What if life after death isn't a single destination, but a journey through multiple realms of existence? Many spiritual explorers and consciousness researchers suggest exactly that. One of the most prominent voices in this field is William Buhlman, working in association with the Monroe Institute. Through decades of research into out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, and non-physical exploration, they describe the afterlife not as one place, but as a layered reality made up of distinct levels, each with its own environment and rules. These ideas are not speculative fantasy. They are drawn from thousands of first-hand experiences and systematic exploration of consciousness beyond the physical body. In this video, we'll explore Buhlman's framework of the afterlife, from the ghostly realms closest to Earth to the higher dimensions of expanded awareness. Along the way, we'll examine what these layers look like, how spirits, and even ghosts, exist within them, and what this model means for spiritual seekers. Let's begin our journey into the mysterious other side. Layers of reality beyond the physical. According to William Buhlman and research conducted by the Monroe Institute, reality is multidimensional. Our universe consists of countless layers, each vibrating at a different frequency. The physical world we experience every day is only the outermost layer. Buhlman refers to it as outer epidermis of a much larger continuum. As consciousness separates from the body, whether during an out-of-body experience or at death, it moves inward into subtler realms. Each successive layer is less dense and increasingly responsive to thought and intention. Buhlman emphasizes that there are far more dimensions than any rigid model suggests. He has stated that fixed frameworks, such as the idea of 7 planes, are inaccurate, because reality unfolds as a continuous spectrum. As awareness refines, reality becomes more fluid, more responsive, and more aligned with inner states of consciousness. For clarity, however, these experiences can be grouped into a few broad categories based on Buhlman's accounts and Monroe Institute findings. The near-Earth plane, the ghost realm. The layer closest in vibration to the physical world is often called the near-Earth plane. This is where earthbound spirits, commonly referred to as ghosts, tend to linger. Souls in this layer are often confused about their death or deeply attached to physical life. Visually, this realm is frequently described as dim or grey, with a twilight-like atmosphere. Many experiencers report swirling mist, shadowy environments, or flickers of light within darkness, almost like a distorted reflection of our own world. This is the realm from which most ghostly phenomena originate. The first layer, beyond death. When a person dies or leaves their body, the first realm they encounter is not always a bright or heavenly landscape. Often it begins as a quiet transition zone, dim, grey and formless. Buhlman describes this initial layer as a silvery fog, sometimes experienced as darkness with subtle light. This occurs because the environment is thought-responsive and has not yet fully formed. Until focus or guidance appears, reality can feel neutral, like a blank canvas. From this threshold, conditions usually change quickly. Most people are met by deceased loved ones or spiritual guides. When that happens, the environment often transforms instantly into something familiar and comforting. A home, a garden, or a peaceful natural setting. Buhlman explains that the majority of humanity enters a non-physical dimension, just slightly out of phase with the physical world, one that closely mirrors Earth, but in an idealized form. Houses, towns, and landscapes exist because they are collectively created by thought. Everything appears solid and real, sometimes so realistic that souls don't immediately realize they've died. Importantly, Buhlman stresses that this realm, often mistaken for heaven, is not the final destination. Because it feels perfect compared to physical life, many souls settle here, unaware that far more expansive realities exist beyond it. In this way, the first heaven can become a comfortable plateau, a beautiful but limiting stop if exploration stops. Visually and emotionally, this entry realm is often stunning. People appear healthy and youthful. The scenery resembles the best version of Earth, sometimes described as softly glowing or dreamlike. Colors may initially seem muted, then grow brighter as awareness adjusts. This layer is best understood as a welcoming environment, a place of reunion and rest, but it is only the beginning of the journey. Ghosts and earthbound spirits. Not all souls transition smoothly into higher layers. Some remain attached to the physical world, creating what we recognize as ghosts or earthbound spirits. Monroe Institute research refers to this state as Focus 23, a condition in which individuals are unaware they have died or unable to release emotional attachments. These souls may linger near familiar locations, people, or even their own body. Their environment becomes extremely limited, a narrow loop of repeated emotions or behaviors. Free will and perception are restricted, creating a self-contained bubble of reality. Buhlman describes this as a self-imposed prison. Progress halts until awareness returns and attachment dissolves. Time, in these realms, can feel endless. Strong emotions such as fear, guilt, anger, or trauma are the primary reasons souls remain stuck. Rigid belief systems can also prevent movement, especially if the afterlife does not match expectations. However, help is always available. Both Buhlman and Monroe describe retrieval efforts, where more aware beings assist earthbound spirits in regaining clarity. Once awareness returns, these souls can move onward into more communal realms. Ghostly states are not permanent, they are transitional. Consensus realities. The many heavens beyond the ghostly layers lie what can accurately be called heavens, plural. Buhlman explains that there is not one universal heaven, but many consensus realities, each shaped by collective belief. These realms are sustained by shared expectations and thought patterns. As a result, they can look like almost anything. A deeply religious person may experience a heaven consistent with their beliefs. Someone without strong expectations may enter a peaceful community resembling an idealized version of Earth. Each soul gravitates toward the environment that resonates with its inner state. Some of these realms are expansive and flexible. Others, while beautiful, are subtly restrictive. Belief-based heavens can limit growth if souls assume they have reached the final destination. One of the most open of these realms is Focus 27, often referred to as the reception center. It is described as a vibrant hub with parks, cities, educational centers, healing areas, and planning spaces. Souls from many backgrounds gather here, learn, and prepare for what comes next. These are the realms most commonly reported in near-death experiences, gardens, cities of light, reunions filled with love. Yet, even these are not the end. The higher heavenly realms beyond consensus realities lie the higher vibrational realms, what Buhlman refers to as the ultimate heavens. Here, form becomes fluid. Reality is composed of light, energy, and awareness. Communication occurs through direct knowing rather than language. Time and space lose meaning. Buhlman describes overwhelming waves of love, joy, and unity, along with a deep sense of connection to all consciousness. Individual identity remains, but it is expanded rather than separate. These realms are closer to the source itself. Entry is not restricted, but preparation matters. A less refined consciousness may simply be unable to perceive or sustain these frequencies. As awareness evolves, the soul naturally rises. In these states, memory expands, past lives, greater soul identity, and simultaneous existence become accessible. This is often described as union with the higher self, the fullest expression of consciousness beyond physical form. At this level, even the word heaven becomes unnecessary. From the soul's perspective, it is not a place, but a return to its natural state. What this means for us. So what does all of this mean? First, it is profoundly hopeful. Death is not an ending. It is a transition into deeper dimensions of existence, filled with learning, reunion, and continued growth. Second, it places responsibility on us now. The state of consciousness we cultivate in life shapes the reality we experience after death. Openness, love, and awareness elevate us. Fear, attachment, and rigidity limit us. By practicing forgiveness, releasing attachment, and expanding awareness now, we ensure we won't become trapped in self-created limitations later. Finally, Buhlman's framework reminds us that exploration never ends. There is always another layer, another expansion, another next level now. The afterlife is not static. It is a continuation of the soul's evolution. And when the time comes to step beyond the veil, we do not do so with fear, but with curiosity, trust, and readiness for the journey ahead. If this resonated with you, please share it with a friend, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Awaken, ascend, become.